I feel like at this point, every Nigerian have to speak up because this is getting out of hand. But before I continue, watch this clip.
Record me very, very well. Record
exactly.
me.
We are going to give them
time to start poisoning the Yoruba and the Benin. Put poison for all una food for work. Put poison for una water. Make una dey buy one by one. Una go buy one day. Una go sick. I go put a pia for inside una water, inside una food. Una no go see better. This guy hate when I get for una so. It go last forever. For all of una food. Ota pia. What do they call that one? What do they call that rat?
Ota pia na.
Eat and die.
Sniper.
I go they put them for all una food.
Sniper.
All una food for if I go work tomorrow now, I go put them for Yoruba people food. Go tell government. Oh yeah, I dey Canada, I dey Ontario. Oh yeah, hurry up. Hurry, fast. I go put otapia, I go put Ogbomosho, everything for inside una food. Una go dey hear small. Yoruba don die yo. Bini don peme o. Una go dey hear am. Na me talk am. I want making the Igbo get that heart of wickedness. Una too dey quiet. Una too dey cool. Enough. It's enough. If you have a means of buy them. Any means of buy them, come up for road.
If you listened very well to the audio that you just watched, you will hear that it was as if the person was responding to something, or she was responding to someone. Now, let me play the audio that the person was responding to.
Since the fish say they get the power or they get the right, we let them know say we be Benin people. We know what we sabi do, we do unto them. Both I dey put this thing now, make our people both home and abroad they hear on. Maybe say anywhere they foresee their children, unalive them.
They will say, how come when you find out it's Igbo people, they already take all the whole slot for admission. Their own children will get admission, other people will be there struggling to enter school. That one is even the office space in our own land because we are sharing Nigeria country with them. But if you try to go to their own land, all these things they are doing in South Africa, you South African cannot do this thing in their land. You will not even stay one day. They will. These people, don't listen to them. No Nigeria is in their land, and we are sharing the same country. They don't get married. When they get married to you, and you have kids there, if you take that kid, my kid can be governor in Igbo land. They will remind the person that your mommy in South Africa, you cannot be anybody. You are half blood. You are what they used to call them, Yoruba Global. They will chase that child away, but they want their own child to be Miss South Africa. Yes, Miss South Africa. But if it's in Igbo land, they will not allow that child to be anything. But they want that child to be something in the other side. They will push the agenda because they are building empire in all African countries. Both in Nigeria, they are building empire, all the other 36 states. Both outside Nigeria, both within Nigeria, they are building their empire, they are planting with this intermarriage. They will go here, they will plant, they will go here, they will plant. But then,
you and all your generation, all your Igbo generation, the Biafra, all the Indian Koko, you shall perish. This your protest you are bringing, no protest is going to work because we know you people are the people hiding under the protest. It's not going to work. You will say you don't have handle, you don't want to protest, you are the one championing it. And this useless Peter Obi with his small useless voice is the one financing this protest. So you shall all die. You shall die. That River Niger, we will bury you in River Niger. Just start your fucking protest. We know you are people under this protest. When you start it, you will see what will happen. You people will die and nothing will happen. Heaven will never fall. So that's it.
So make we begin to show them.
I've listened to these two audios. Anyway, let me greet you guys because I've not said hello. Hello guys, welcome back again to another video. Thank you so much. So we are going to talk about something that is I feel like I needed to take my time to talk about this because this is something that is going to be a catastrophe if something is not done and done urgently. So the audios, the two audios that you just listened to, the first one and then the second one. The first one was in response to the second one. So you guys have listened to the two audios. My main point of this video is to address the first audio, but then I cannot address the first audio without telling you guys the background of the story, and then to highlight some important things that needed to be known by everybody. So that is why I am here to make this video today. So that second audio that you just listened to, that audio, it was a TikTok live, and in fact the both are TikTok lives. So the first TikTok live was during the time that you guys I don't know if you heard about what happened to a Nigerian in South Africa. She's in the current competition for Miss Universe Nigeria. She was in Miss Universe South Africa. So when she stood out, like, it was obvious that she was going to win. Some South Africans started saying that her name sounds Nigerian. How can a Nigerian represent them at Miss Universe South Africa? So the identity of Miss Chidinma was in contention, and it sparked a lot of outrage on social media. So the South African government decided to investigate and know what happened and why, because a lot of South Africans were asking their government for explanation. They didn't want someone, a Nigerian, in Miss Universe South Africa. And there were reports that Chidinma's mother was actually a South African, that it was the father that was a Nigerian, and then Chidinma was born in South Africa. And there was this discussion about South African citizenship and how they give citizenship to a child that is born in South Africa. I'm just trying to make you guys understand the genesis of the two audios. So why these things were happening, some Nigerians were also throwing it back at South Africans. So it was becoming like, you know, that South Africans and Nigerians fight a lot, social media fights. So they fight a lot. So it was becoming like a band, social media bands, and Nigerians and South Africans were just throwing things at each other because of the girl. Her name is Chidinma. So why these things were going on? Some Yoruba people went into the DMs of some South Africans, those South Africans that were complaining of Chidinma. They went into their DMs and started telling them that Igbo people are bad people, that Igbo people are trying to take over their lands. You know, they were saying so many things about the Igbo people. So those South Africans had to come to social media and publish those things that were sent to their DMs, you know. So it sparked outrage amongst Nigerians, because many Nigerians of many tribes were defending Chidinma, thinking that, okay, this is our own and she's not supposed to be discriminated against in South Africa. She's an African, she's a Nigerian, nobody should discriminate against her. And then some other Nigerians went into the DMs of South Africans and started demarcating a tribe in Nigeria. The second audio that you listened to was when this thing was happening. These people went as far as doing a TikTok live with South Africans, where they tell us, you guys, you listen to everything in that audio, right? Some Nigerians recorded those TikTok live that some Yorubas had with South Africans, and it sparked outrage. Like, a lot of people were like, why would you go so far to the extent of supporting people against a tribe in your own country, you know? So it sparked outrage. After some few days later, this audio, the first one that I'm about to address in this video, that was when the first audio was made. The first audio went extreme. You listen to it back, you heard all of the things, the genocidal things that this woman had to say with her mouth against her own people, a tribe from her own country. When I listened to the audio, I had to go back and listen again to be sure of what I heard. And the fact that it was coming from a woman, the fact that a woman was one that opened her mouth to talk about poisoning her own country people just because you do not like them, or maybe you don't like the things that they said about your own tribe, or there is literally no excuse for what that woman did. I am not trying to defend the second audio. The second audio is also very disgusting. It's very disgusting, and it risks insecurity. It risks low self-esteem. But the first audio was extreme. Extreme. Nobody should go that extreme. You have no right to call for genocide of any group or any tribe or any people. You don't have right for that. But I'm going to take you guys back to how all of these things started, like the recent bigotry in Nigeria. I'm going to take you guys back to how it started. Bigotry has always been a thing in Nigeria, but when some certain people or certain politicians are in power, it reduces or increases the bigotry. When Obasanjo, for instance, Obasanjo is from the southwest Nigerian, he's a Yoruba man. When Obasanjo was president in Nigeria, bigotry was not a thing. We knew that it has been a thing, it has been a part of Nigerian system, but it was not a thing at that. It was not the way that it is right now. When Goodluck Jonathan was president, Goodluck Jonathan is from the south, is a John man. When he was president, there was nothing like bigotry. The bigotry started the moment that APC was formed in 2013. That was the moment that bigotry, you started hearing things like this Ijaw man without foot or without slippers or something like that, without shoes. Yeah, that's the word. This Ijaw man without shoes came to our power and he did this, he did that, you know. There was nothing that was said without mentioning where Goodluck Jonathan came from. So that was the beginning of mainstream bigotry in Nigeria in recent years. The 2015 election was where everything started because it was divided along tribal lines, tribal regional lines, and we thought that it was going to go in 2015. Then APC won election and the bigotry did not stop. It skyrocketed. It became something that is a mainstream. I remember at a time, the CEO of X, that is Twitter, had to delete a tweet that was made with the account of the former president of Nigeria, President Buhari. Buhari was president at the time, and from his tweets, obviously he was not the one tweeting, but the people that are tweeting through his account are tweeting on his behalf. So they made a derogatory tweet against the Igbo tribe, and then Twitter, it was reported and Twitter deleted the tweet, and that was the reason they banned Twitter that time. This was in 2020, I think 2020, 2021. And the government in response banned Twitter for months in Nigeria before it was finally restored during the build-up of 2023 elections. I cannot remember, but then yeah, it was close to the elections when they unbanned Twitter. Over the years, if you live in Lagos, you will know that bigotry is institutionalized, and this bigotry is against the Igbo tribe. It is not bigotry that is let's say, okay, this person is yabbing this person, or this person is insulting this person, or this person is, you know, it is not just normal bigotry. This is bigotry that you hear from top leaders, cultural leaders, political leaders in Lagos. I remember one time the Oba of Lagos, this was I think in 2019 or that same 2015, the Oba of Lagos, I'm going to leave it on your screen, the Oba of Lagos, you can go and do research on all of these things. The Oba of Lagos, Oba is just like a king of a place. So the Oba is the king of Lagos. So the Oba of Lagos once said that if Igbos did not vote for APC, it was going to throw the Igbo people into the lagoons. Wait, we all know that Oba was not going to do that. We all know that it's not possible for Oba to do that. Okay, we know that is not going to happen. But then rhetorics like this brings violence. It breeds violence, because Oba said it. You just wanted maybe the candidate that he supports to win elections. He may not mean it like that. But then there are people, like there are rascals that, okay, the Oba have said this, we are going to carry out what the Oba said. There are people like Bayo Onodoga. The most recent one was in 2020. I think 2020, this past election. Bayo Onodoga is Tinubu. Everybody knows that Tinubu is the one that is in charge of Lagos. Tinubu is our current president. He's the one that is in charge of Lagos. He has been in charge of Lagos since 1999. So he's like a godfather in Lagos, or should I say elder statesman, or somebody that you consult before anything happened in Lagos, you know. So him is in charge of Lagos. APC is in charge of Lagos. Before the APC was formed, ACN was in charge of Lagos. ACN is the political party of Tinubu. He was the leader of the ACN before they merged and APC was formed. In 2015 elections, anti-Igbo rhetorics was flying all over Lagos. Like, Igbos want to take over our land. Igbos want to take over Lagos. Igbos want to do, like, nobody was talking about, okay, what am I going to do for the citizens of, or the residents, or the indigenous people of Lagos, or what am I going to do to make life better for Lagos people? Everything was centered on Igbo people. You would think that Igbo people use cutlass to come and forcefully collect land from anybody, or even kill the person and displace the person from their land. The Igbo people have never, ever forcefully taken anybody's properties or land. But then, every election season in Lagos, this was happening over the years in Lagos, before the APC brought it into the mainstream election in Nigeria. In 2019 elections, the same thing also flew. I think Jimmy Agbaje was the one that was contesting for election or something like that. Jimmy Agbaje is a Yoruba, and in that election, they left the things that they should do for Lagos people to start talking about Igbos want to use PDP to take over Lagos. This happened. You can go and do your research. Anybody, any Nigerian that is coming out to deny this, that means the person is very disingenuous. The reason I'm taking my time to address all of these things is because they said that if you keep quiet in the face of injustice, that means you are complicit. 2023 elections, that was even the worst, because Tinubu, the leader of Lagos, or should I say the person that is in charge of Lagos, was contesting for president seats. And to make matters worse, Peter Obi, an Igbo man, was also contesting for elections in the same period. Mind you, Peter Obi and Tinubu are not the only candidates in that election. We also have Atiku. Atiku is a Fulani from the northern part of Nigeria. Atiku was also a heavyweight. According to INEC results, Atiku came second in that election. But then, campaign season of 2023 election, I followed everything. I followed up because Buhari ran Nigeria to the ground. So Nigerians wanted a change of government because things were bad. Things were worse. Though the current Tinubu government has made Buhari government, we are even wishing to go back to Buhari government because it's better than what we have right now. But that is not what I'm here to talk about. So, in 2023 election, Tinubu went to Ibadan to go and campaign for APC, to become APC candidate for the election. And when he went there, he said, Yoruba Locum, that is, it is Yoruba turn to be the president. He also said, Emi Locum, it means it is my turn. That is, it's Yoruba turn to become the president. And inside the Yoruba, it is my turn. I'm the one that is supposed to be president. That was what Tinubu said. It's on record. Go and watch the video. The moment Tinubu said that, it was as if he ignited the most bigoted people from the southwest. And these people, they ran the campaign purely on tribalism, on tribe. None of them stated what Tinubu would do to make Nigeria better and save Nigeria from the destruction that Buhari took Nigeria. Every single day, all you hear about is tribe, and demonization of Igbo people, because Peter Obi was a big threat to the president, to the current president, that is Tinubu. So all you heard was Igbo, Tinubu, Igbo, Yoruba. Nobody was talking about the policies. Okay, what is this person going to do to save Nigeria? How is this person going to make life better for, at least for my tribe? Nobody. So it shows you that those bigots, we are not talking about they were not talking about, okay, it's Yoruba turn, because they actually love the Yoruba people. They do not. They were saying that because they wanted to be in power. They wanted the things that they would gain, not because they wanted an average Yoruba people to have a good life. Neither are the ones from the Igbo side. None of them love Igbo people. I will come to that later. So that 2023 election was what ignited what we are seeing today, right now. The two audios that you played. And then, In the course of 2023 election, there were a group that called themselves the Ronu. Ronu in Yoruba is think. It means think, you know. But then this group shifted that Ronu, the meaning of Ronu, from the actual meaning. They gave it another meaning. They gave it a derogatory meaning. So if someone call you a Ronu today, the person does not mean that you should think. The person is saying it in a derogatory manner. If you go to social media and search for Nigerian 2023 election, all you see is tribalism, bigotry, tribalism. That is all you see. These people succeeded to the extent that people that are close to the Lagos state government, I mean people that work in the government in Lagos state, we are part of those people. There is this guy called I've forgotten the name of the guy. I cannot remember. I think Kazakh or something like that. I cannot remember the guy's name. But if you go to X, that is Twitter, you are going to see these things. At a point, I even had to like stop coming to X because the toxicity was so much. It was too much for my mental health. I had to like log off because I don't like toxic people. I don't like toxic environments. It was that bad. People in government of Lagos State, we are carrying placards, and then they were protesting on the streets of Lagos. They are not protesting for, let's say, for government to do something to better the lives of Lagosians. No, they were protesting against people that are doing business in Lagos. And who are those people that are doing business? The Igbo people. In that placards, it was written, you only came here it was written, you only came here to do business, you are not from this place, or something like that. You would think that someone is dragging Lagos with them. Let's call a spade a spade. So all these things were their own insecurity, and they were trying to project it on other people. They were trying to react based on their own insecurity. So they think in their minds that they were in competition or dragging Lagos with anybody. Nobody is even interested in dragging Lagos or dragging any part of Nigeria. These people, these things, I'm just giving you guys instances so that you will see when I said these things are institutionalized. It was enabled by our politicians, our greedy politicians. They were the ones that enabled this. And they did not enable this because they love their own people, whether the politician is Igbo or the politician is Yoruba. I mean the politicians that are pushing this bigotry, or politicians whose aides are participating in the bigotry Olympics. These people, none of them care about Yoruba or Igbo. At the top, these people join hands together to steal and loot our national treasure. All of them join hands together at the top to keep Nigeria impoverished. Did you know that at a point, one of the loyalists of Tinubu, I think MC Olomo, you can Google MC Olomo. MC Olomo made a threat against Igbo. And when Arise TV picked it up and condemned it, Nigerian police that was interviewed, that is the police chief in Lagos, he was interviewed. He dismissed it and called it a joke. During the elections, you guys saw the result of that joke. You saw the things that happened, especially in Lagos. Though it happened all over the country, but one in Lagos was very loud. It was the loudest. You saw the consequences of that joke. The joke. Nigerian police called it a joke. MC Olomo might not have done anything. No. He may not even mean what he said. He just said that maybe he wants his candidates, that is his leader, Tinubu, to win election. But there are people out there that actually carry out those things. Like, if you say things, there are people, there are lunatics out there that carry out those things in real time. There is real life consequences of such rhetorics. And some people will come and say that it's politics. No, it's not politics. Bigotry can never be politics. If you come out to tell me that bigotry against a country or against a tribe or against a religion is politics, that means you are an evil person and you should be avoided. That is not politics. That is not politics. It's unacceptable. It is not, it should never be accepted by anyone. It is unacceptable. When our politicians say these things, they don't say it because they love us. No, they do not. These people do not love us. Now that we are suffering, now that Nigeria has become 10 times worse than it was before, Who is suffering it? Is it not all of us? Is it not every Nigerian? Tell me a single Nigerian now that go to market and they will sell something to the person free or sell something to the person cheaper because the president is from the person's side, or the Senate or the governor is from the person's side. No, they don't do that. These people do not care about us. I don't know how many times I'm going to say. I hope Nigerians will come to realize that our leaders from A to Z, from beginning to only a few people, a few of them care about us. And the fact is that those few that care about us will never be allowed to come close to power. That's just the way Nigeria is designed. It's not that I'm trying to castigate my country or anything. Nigeria as a country has no problem. But you see, our government, the people that run the country, these people do not care about anybody. They don't care about any of us. Even this woman now that is coming out to threaten the Yoruba, threaten people and tell people that you are going to poison them. You are in Canada where you have freedom, you have good life, you have the basic things, and you are threatening to poison people, your fellow Nigerians that also came to Canada to hustle. Now tell me, are you not an evil person? Are you not an evil person? Oh, I'm trying to respond to people that demonize the Igbo people, blah, blah. That is not an excuse. You can call out those people that did the live on TikTok that demonize the Igbo people. You can call them out. But you going out of your way to threaten to poison, give people rat poison, that is beyond evil. And everybody must speak out against this. This type of rhetoric is not good for the country. We are going through a lot already. Bayo Onodoga is an ally, a long-time ally of the president, our current president. Bayo Onodoga is a president, is a minister right now in this government, this Tinubu government. In the 2023 election, Bayo Onodoga was so bigoted that at a point, he could no longer control it. Go and do your research. This man openly threatened the Igbo people. And when Arise TV and the other people called him out to apologize, he said, and I quote, "I will never apologize because Igbo people are a threat to the Yoruba people." That was what this man said. You can go and do research. This man, he did not stop Tinubu from appointing this man to be his minister. Tinubu did not come out to condemn it. This is someone that is close to the president. This is someone that is Tinubu associate. But the president, our own president, did not come out to say, "Bayo, you can support me without being a bigot. You can support me without threatening people." The Nigerian police did what? They looked. Everybody did, "I don't care." Because the threat was against the Igbo people. They all looked away. The Igbo politicians, every one of them looked away. Because the threats, they know that they are not going to, if anything happens, they are already corrupt now. They are already going to, they have their own way to get out of it. So it's not going to affect them. So them also did not say anything. It was people from other, people from other tribes and people from other places that we are condemning this. Our president did not see anything wrong with it. To at least openly call Bayo to apologize. Bayo did not do any of these things and police looked away. The same Bayo Onodoga is a minister. And being a minister has not even stopped him from being a bigot. These are the things that the lady have seen. And she felt like, okay, it's cool to threaten people and there will be no consequences for it. And she went ahead and then went overboard. Did you know that all of these people that I've mentioned, there are lots of them. There is another one that goes by the name Lagospedia. That one, it took article, and that particular account on Twitter, many aides, appointed aides of the Lagos state government, we are following that account on Twitter. And that account was spilling bigotry against the Igbo people. And I don't even know where these things started from, because Igbo people, I've tried to research, have Igbo people and Yoruba people had any issue before, in the past? Had there been any wars or any conflicts, maybe cultural conflicts or anything like that? But nothing of such. Nothing in the history of Nigeria. Igbo people and Yoruba people have never had any issue, like any issue that warrants something like this, because this is becoming unbecoming. That particular account, that Lagospedia account on Twitter, many Lagos aides, appointed aides of the governor of Lagos, are following that account. It took Atiku Abubakar of PDP. He was the one that called that account out when the account started Igbo must go. Hashtag, go to Twitter, search Igbo must go hashtag. This person started the trend Igbo must go. And that was when Atiku Abubakar had to call out the Lagos state government and call out the federal government and call out the person. And the person, out of fear, he deactivated. And that was when the Lagos state government came out to say that, oh, we renounce the bigotry against the Igbo people, this, that. They condemned it. But nothing was done. Even when the identity of the person that was pushing it was revealed, nothing was done up to today. As early as 2014 on Facebook, there was this guy. The guy is in jail now in the UK. His name is Adeyinka Grandson. He even published a book on his hate on Igbo people. His name is Adeyinka Grandson. Go and search for it, for the name. This guy was in the UK spilling hate and bigotry against the Igbo and the Fulani in Nigeria. There was nothing this guy did not say. How they were going to kill Igbo people, take them, do this, do that. He was saying a lot of things then. I was younger, but I did not really understand it. Though I saw something like that, but I did not understand it. It was recently that I've got to realize that these things are not something that you just ignore, because it has real life consequences. And this Adeyinka Grandson was saying this from the comfort of his home in the UK. He published a book to back everything up. And then the matter was reported to the UK government and he was arrested and jailed. I think he's still in jail. He was jailed in 2019 or so. And now to the Igbo side. Nnamdi Kanu, he started his own playbook. And you know one thing with this kind of bigotry, they come with, okay, I want to save you people. I want to save my people. And before you know it, it will leave, like they will leave the saving their people to start bigotry Olympic against other people. You would think that it's those people that kept their people where their people are. Nnamdi Kanu, go and watch or listen to some of you, not watch, listen, because most of them are audios. Go and listen to the things that he says. He was saying so many bigoted things against the Yorubas and against the Fulanis. These two tribes. You would think that it is the fault of the Yoruba or the fault of the Fulanis that the Igbo politicians cannot govern well. You would think that the allocations that they give to Igbo people we are giving to Igbo people, and then the Yoruba people came and forcefully collected it from them. Nnamdi Kanu was spilling so much bigotry to the extent that he had cult following in Igbo land. Like people, when I say cult following, I mean he had a lot of people, hundreds and hundreds of people that were following him and following the same rhetorics. At a point, it became mainstream. The bigotry became mainstream against the Yoruba people and the Fulani people. Finally, Kanu is in jail. The Nigerian government caught him and he has been in jail since 2021. And now, this lady in Canada, a woman, I'm sure that she has children. She's a mother. She's a wife, a woman for that matter. I am not saying that it's okay if it's coming from a man, or no. But women tend to be more humane. How you go open your mouth? How can you open your mouth and say that you are going to poison people? Because of what? Because of what? What made you you don't see any other thing to say, not to poison people. The woman may not mean what she said, though. She may not have meant it the way that we see it, but then these things have real life consequences. She might have said it, but there are people that are going to carry it out. There are lunatics out there that are going to carry it out. That is why we have to be very cautious of the things that we say. We all call ourselves children of God, but one iota of Christ you don't have in you. You go open your mouth and say that you want to poison people, you want to kill people. For what? I've heard a reverend father from the southeast say that one Igbo head is bigger than 100 Hausa head or Fulani head or something like that. This is bigotry. Do you know why? Because the person was trying to imply that Fulani people are inferior to the Igbo people. Nobody is inferior to anybody. We are all human beings. Treat people with love. Can't we all preach peace? We found ourselves in Nigeria. I've had a lot of good people from every tribe. I've had a lot of good people. When I deal with people, I don't even think of tribe or religion or anything. And there are millions of people like that. Why must you put tribe first or put religion first before you interact with people or before you have any dealings with people? That is what makes you a bigot. See, you may not even come out to say the things that this woman said, but if before you deal with people, you first of all think of their tribe or think of their religion, you are a bigot. After, all of us will open our mouths and be saying that these people are racist, white people are racist, but in your own country, within the black race, in your own country, in Africa, in your own country, you will be discriminating against your own brother and sister. Then tomorrow you will have mouth to say that the white people are racist against you, as if you are any better. You are not better than all those racists. In fact, tribalism is worse than racism, because tribalism destroys a country. The reason Nigeria is the way it is right now is because of tribalism. Tribalism, it contributed largely to how Nigeria is right now. Because instead of you to vote someone that is going to better the life of your people, you rather vote your own tribe person. Even if the person starve you to death, you will vote the person because you just want your tribe person to be there. As if your tribe person is there or your religious person is there, is going to do anything special in your life. Nothing. Nothing. It's not going to add anything to your life. How do we dismantle tribalism in Nigeria? We are brothers and sisters, whether you people, you bigots like it or not. We are brothers and sisters. And I will not discriminate against anybody because the person is from any tribe. I will never ever do that. And there are people like me that will never also do that. So if you like, keep on spilling bigotry. It actually shows the kind of person that you are. It shows the kind of upbringing that you had. I've had a lot of Yoruba, Bini, a lot of people from different tribes in Nigeria. I've had a lot of them come through for me when my own people cannot even come through for me. It is not about tribe. I've also had a lot of people that I came through for that are not from my own tribe, neither are they from my religion or from my... So every Nigerian must speak up, because this audio that this woman in Canada, how can somebody be in Canada, a working country, and you have the mouth, you have the guts to open your mouth and say that you are going to poison people of other tribes? For what? If it's not the devil in you that is speaking, what else? Everybody must come out to condemn this. It is not acceptable. And I hope the Canadian government do the same thing that the UK government did. Fish out this woman, make her pay. She needs to pay. She needs to pay. It should not be condoned by any society. Anyways, this is what I have to say. Please, the good people of Nigeria, the ones, I know that there are millions of Nigerians that are very, very extremely good. I've met quite a number from different tribes, different religions in Nigeria, different ethnicities, different states, different regions. Please, all of us must come together to end this tribalism. We must come together to call out, because if anybody close to you is saying something about like trying to generalize or like use like a carpet statement on a tribe or on a religion, tell the person to stop saying that. Caution the person. That is how we end tribalism. When you are raising your children, do not raise your children to see tribe. Raise them to see humanity. Humanity above anything else. Let us all be human to one another. The politicians that are using this as a tool to win the election, because these things are being propagated by the politicians. They are the one. Most of these people that push tribal stuff on social media, most of them are paid. They are paid to do that because they want to distract Nigerians from the failures of the government. They want you to leave discussing the failures of the government to focus on tribe, why the government destroy Nigeria. That is exactly what they aim to achieve. It's just a distraction being sponsored by the politicians. Our politicians are the ones that are sponsoring it. And we must, by every means, de-escalate. We must stop this. We must condemn it. We must preach love. We have found ourselves in one country. You may say that, okay, yeah, Nigerians are not supposed to be in one country, yeah, but then we have found ourselves in one country. The British that created Nigeria put us in one country. It's now up to us to make use of it, make use of the opportunity to build the country. Instead of using tribalism and division, division and religious division to spoil the country. No, we should rather build Nigeria. Let us join hands together. With love one another. There is no single tribe that has all the bad people. There is no single tribe that has all the good people. Good people can be found anywhere. Bad people can be found anywhere. Let's preach love. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. I hope that many Nigerians also join hands to speak up and condemn what this lady said, because what the lady said, no, is unacceptable, and I hope the authorities do what they are supposed to do. Also, the authorities also need to hold people like Bayo Onodoga accountable, because those people, when people see people that are close to the government or close to politicians saying some certain derogatory and bigoted things against a tribe and nothing is done, that is how you encourage it. And you cannot do a selective justice. A selective justice will not bring the justice that you seek for. So let us all join hands together and condemn this in its entirety. Condemn bigotry, condemn tribalism, and let's unite to build our country. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.
Here's one thing I know. If you have to win a campaign by dividing people, you're not going to be able to govern them. You won't be able to unite them later if that's how you start.